after all this time, that scene still kind of ticks me off. Especially when you remember the full context behind that whole thing. Like, here's the thing. The worst part is, when I first watched Gungrave, it was on G4, like a long time ago. And you want to know the fucked up part? That episode was really the first episode of Gungrave I ever saw. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I see it like, cause I literally caught it on that scene. I'm like, what am I watching here? And next thing you know, I see boom, like fucking, like Brandon gets fucking dropped out the fucking building. Like, what the hell was that? Didn't know what to make of it because that was literally the first time I seen Gungrave, so I was like, I completely out of my depth on that one. Yeah, his brother from another mother. And he does that. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm gonna eventually go Gungrave Roast for because fucking like I said, what Harry did to Brandon was exceptionally foul. Hey Comic Key, what's up? Yeah. It's been a hot minute. I had a lot of stuff to deal with IRL. I'll get over that. I already explained some of it in my community notes. And my I already explained some of that in my recent post. Yeah, mental health break was needed. But here I am, we're doing this roast court one way or another. And I'm a man of my word, god damn it. Alright, so fucking we'll wait for a few minutes for peeps to get in. I'll spread the stream around in the meantime. But yeah, to make a long story short, had a lot of IRL drama and some social media drama to deal with. Most IRL stuff. Toxic relatives, the whole nine yards, not to mention moving and all that. So yeah. Took a hot minute. Some of it from my relatives, some of it from past, from people from before. It was not fun. Just leave it at that. But yeah, like I'm just waiting for a few people to show up real quick, if need be. But yeah, it's as the title says, Comic Key. It is a spy family roast court. I've literally just spent the last what was it week and a half binging Spy Family, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was only expecting to find at most maybe 4 or 5, like at most 3 or 4 motherfuckers. No, I found at least 6. I'm like, well, fuck my life. Anytime I expect low numbers when it comes to assholes, I keep finding higher numbers than expected. Oh no, you don't like. I've made it. I wrote it the notes that you only need the bare minimum, and you'll still despise a number of them. 2 of them are completely optional from the document I posted. 2 of them are optional literally because, in all honesty, there's not enough information on them to get to justify roasting them. At least in my opinion. I even left one out because even though this guy's technically the main villain, the problem is there's almost no information on him. Trust me, I spent like while I was binging, I spent a good amount of time trying to dig up information on this guy, but I couldn't find jack shit other than the fact that he's apparently the father of one of Anya's school rivals, and that he is a former like union. He's a big name politician. Like there's almost no information on this guy, but there's implications that he might be tied to in some way having to the same experiments that were done on Anya as a child. So hold on, I'll post this picture in the forum chat. And I'll post the link to the image. Oh, actually, I want to say this right now. Here's a link for y'all to look at the picture of the prick in question. Yeah, I couldn't find shit on this guy. And I usually don't go, like, I usually go all in after I have enough information, but couldn't on this one. So I had to actually skip him. Yeah, there's almost no information on this guy. So yeah, I had no choice but to essentially skip him. Oh, you do? Okay, good to hear. But yeah, alright, so I'm gonna give y'all a short list real quick. I don't normally do this, so I'm gonna give y'all a short list of who's getting roasted. And I had to thin out the numbers carefully. I had to thin them out very carefully here. Um, I'll bring up their pictures actually. Would be easier. Okay, so let me get their pictures because I have them on here. So I have a list of at least 6 different offenders that definitely need to get roasted hardcore. So here's offender number 1. Yours coworker Camilla. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, she's kind of a bitch. I have several reasons. Like, I personally have a few reasons I don't like her, but the one who suggested this woman for the list was not me. It was actually Tama. Number 2, Murdoch Swan. I think it's safe to say nobody likes this guy. Yeah, next one, number 3, Yuri Breyer. I was on the fence about roasting this guy, but after some of the stuff, his shenanigans, yeah, no, he deserves to get roasted. He's getting roasted. And offender number 4, Keith Kepler. If you don't remember this guy, don't worry. He was a one-off villain, but the shit he pulled was put him on my radar. And let's see, offender number 5, Fiona Frost, aka Nightfall. Believe it or not, I'm gonna be honest with you, she annoys me on a few levels, but this one was in surprisingly high demand to get roasted. Finally, offender number. Oh, wait, no, wait. Actually, there's one more I forgot. There's 7. We're gonna go through them fairly quickly because some of them deserve to get roasted more than others. Number 6, General Snidel. He's from the movie, basically. If you haven't seen the Cold White movie, don't worry. I'll give you a. I won't. I'll try to spoil as least as possible. But needless to say, this guy's a douche. And I'm being nice, saying that much. And finally, this guy, Vadim. Now, the reason I'm like, there's 2 others I was originally going to roast, but looking back, one of them actually had good reasons for his actions, even though they were extremely heinous. But yeah, the other one I don't have enough information on, so I might have to drop off my list entirely. But yeah, that is the list. So, we are getting started. It's going to take, I need to spread the stream around real quick, because I forgot to do that, like an idiot. But yeah, there you have it. Those are the 7 people getting roasted today. Because frankly, they had it coming. Especially 2 of them in particular. And you'll know by my tone of voice which ones in particular I really don't care for. Alright, so give me a second while I post this. Let's see here. Yeah, like I said, let's just say some of them really had it coming. Let's see. Also, gotta make a quick community post before I forget, like an idiot. Making a post. Okay. And I think for whoever sees a thumbnail for this stream, I think you'll see why it's appropriate. It says what I said. Trust me, Hedgehog, I have no intention of spoiling the main story. I'm going straight to the nitty gritty on which ones deserve to get roasted and why. I kept it very brief. Alright, let's see here. Hmm? Why am I not surprised? Okay, so first up on the list. Wait a second. I thought I heard somebody pop in. I'm hearing shit. I'm hearing shit today. I swear somebody's always trying to roast you. You full counted him anyway, didn't you? Bruh. Bruh. I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that alone. Alright, so let me see here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so offender number one, Camilla. Oh boy! Like I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I just find her annoying more than anything else. But the one who wanted her roasted most was Tama. So let's get into the shenanigans on why this woman deserves to get roasted. So let's see. Oh, here we go. So here's Camilla. The point blank is she's basically very prideful, very arrogant, usually judging others because of appearance or rumor, or whatever. She's basically what we call a gossip bitch. But according to her boyfriend, yeah, surprise, surprise, she has one. Yeah, apparently she has a soft side. Okay, you know what? I'll give him that one on the grounds that she actually taught you all how to cook. Well, that's the thing. Apparently, her boyfriend keeps her in check. Ha! Anyways, let's see. Apparently, she's also kind of jealous of the fact that yours in a happy marriage. She low key kind of jelly. Okay, good to know. And of course, so yes, in other words, she's a classic case of a would-be tsundere. See, if you had been in here earlier, I would have. I already mentioned she's in the list. But yeah, here's her current goals, or lack thereof now. Her original goal was to sabotage Yor. She abandoned that one, surprisingly. And now she's helping Yor become a better cook. She is succeeding, believe it or not. Because Yor is, I'm going to be honest with you, for the most part, she's an awful cook. Like, I'm sorry, Yor, we love you. You're a badass. You're a queen. But your cooking is ass. I'm still firmly on the Nintendo being the worst cook between them. But this isn't about roasting Yor, it's about roasting Camilla. Honestly, the worst that she's done in terms of her crimes is literally slander and sabotage. And she's become less of a bitch, surprisingly. She's, like I said, I just find her personally annoying. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I just find her very annoying. That's it. I mean, if y'all basically want to roast her, have at it, but like I said, I just find her generally very annoying. Exactly. That's why I basically. Okay, to be fair, not everyone is horrible, is like, great at cooking hedge flues, to be fair. And yes, Kamiki, you're correct. She's not Shion from Slime Bad. Actually, no, I've got one worse, actually, or rather two worse. Who remembers Persona 4's Chie and Yukiko? Exactly. Yours cooking isn't that lethal. What about Yosuke? He was forced to try their cooking. Exactly. So if anything, poor Yosuke got the worst of that one. But yeah, honestly, like I said, I just find Camilla very annoying. That's just it. Hey, do you want to like? Do you want to even roast her at all, Glory? Because I just find, like I said, I got nothing I even want to say about her. More because of the fact that, okay, this goes all the way back to episode one. But to make a long story short, she was a bit salty at the fact that Yor, who in her terms was considered a clueless, pure-hearted coworker, apparently got the quote unquote husband of the year. She called bullshit and blew up in her face. Not to mention, she herself has a boyfriend. I want to reiterate that. Oh no, Hedgewood's right. She looked like an overgrown Barbie doll. You know what? Consider how petty she can be sometimes. I guess so. But also, like honestly, like I said, I just find her very annoying. I literally have nothing more I can say about her. She doesn't really offend me that much. She's lucky Yor's not a mean person, or Yor would have made her life a living hell. These Here's the thing I want to point out to y'all that people sometimes forget. Despite the fact that she technically does not have an actual like blood related child of her own, Yor is literally one of the best moms you can ask for, plain and simple. But yeah, honestly, like I got nothing on Camilla, so might as well continue to the next one at this point. I literally have nothing to say about her. I don't know what I've already said about her just being annoying. So in other words, you know what? Just because I don't even need exhibits for this one, so here's my verdict. She's guilty of being annoying as shit, being a public nuisance. Her sentence, I haven't figured out yet, but you know what? I'm gonna just leave Camille in Thomas' hands. I know, surprisingly, there's one person you could actually put on the list of homewrecker according to a certain someone. I'll get to when I get to it. But next, now offender number two, and fair warning, chat. If you start hearing me growling and cursing, you will know why in a second. Offender number two, Murdoch Swan, piece of shit. All right, I'm gonna try to be nice, at least long enough to read through this. He's an arrogant, greedy, callous bastard who abuses his position of power at Eden Academy. Because he's the son of the former headmaster, he basically abuses the lingering. He is basically abusing his daddy's authority, despite the fact that his dad is long since retired. He still be abusing his dad's clout to basically, essentially manipulate shit in his favor. What a dick! And he does it without any fucking care in the world. He just literally does not care. He literally has gotten away with the bullshit he pulls, literally because he's a former headmaster's kid. In other words, he's a fucking nepo baby. Oh, here's a fun part. This guy literally hates happy families. Y'all want to know why? Because his marriage went to shit. And on top of that, he lost custody of his kid in the divorce. Oh no, it gets worse. Out of sheer jealousy and spite, he provoked the Forger family and humiliated Yor by questioning her and Lloyd's marriage along with her lack of cooking skills. Which is a very sore point for Yor, to be honest. Dick move, asshole! Dick move! But no! In fact, it gets worse. Trust me, there's a lot of info on this asshole, especially from the manga. He made the matters even. He then escalated it by cruelly asking Anya a question that, frankly, he should have left well enough alone. And if y'all don't know what he said that made Anya upset, well, I'm about to tell you. And Gory, you're gonna get pissed. Guaranteed, you're gonna get pissed immediately. The question he asked her, and I can't even make this shit up. He asked a 5 or 6 year old child this question just because he could. He literally asked her, which mama does she prefer more, your or her dead mama? I'm Hey Ren, yes, he gave Anya PTSD. And I honestly wish I was making that up, chat, but no, he legitimately asked her that question for no reason to be an asshole. this this motherfucker right here. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I hate him. I honestly hate him. I'm not even done reading this guy's information. I already hate him. Like, oh no. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hedge Flip, we're not even done reading this asshole's information yet. He's already angering me all over again. Now, what I just mentioned was everything from episode 4 of the series. Literally, just from the fourth episode. The rest of it is straight from the manga, and this is straight from the manga, from as far as I was able to dig up without spoiling too much. Now, apparently, this guy. Remember when I mentioned that he loves abusing his position of power just because his dad was a former headmaster, and he's been abusing his daddy's class to do whatever the fuck he wants? Well, and I have to verify this because I haven't actually like looked too far into it. Supposedly, after one of the teachers, rightly so, punched him in the face for his actions, this asshole tried to get that teacher fired by framing him for bribery charges. I kid you not. In fact, you know what? Let me get that video right now. No, no, that's like I said, that's manga only at the moment. They haven't. Yeah, I'm just going to real quick get some video footage of Murdoch Swan getting punched in the face because, frankly, he really deserved it. And here's the thing: this asshole almost got his shit kicked in by Yor and Lloyd. Remember that. So, uh, yeah, I'm just going to, yeah. Let me just get the footage real quick before I have some minor anime in this room because holy shit, God, I want to beat this guy's face in, and I'm like, oh, thank God, somebody beat me to it. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the dub version, but okay, let me see. Actually, no, wait, never mind. I could find it. Hold on a second. I'm stupid. I know exactly which episode it was. But yeah, like, you know, it takes a special kind of asshole to do that to a child. To ask a child if she prefers her dead mama versus her. Yeah, no. Just absolutely not. Give me a second, chat. I definitely need to bring up this capture footage because holy shit, I hate this guy. Now, I could bring out the like the dumbass meter, but no. No, I'm gonna take this a little more seriously today, just because. But holy shit, does this guy a piece of shit? Ugh. Yeah, like I said, this guy is a real piece of work. Yeah, it's gonna take to get to a specific one of the episodes. Dear God, I hate this guy so much. don't think you'd be a villain for saying for a child who was crying her eyes out because of a dickhead teacher asking such a horrible question. Oh boy. But yeah, what do y'all think in chat? Would it be wrong for me to throw that guy out of the window? The latter. Alright, so chat, here's what I could get. Okay, why is it upside down? What the fuck? Okay, you know what? Let me flip this over. I don't know why it's upside down, but I blame OBS being OBS. Anyway, getting to the point. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to expand this as best I can. But dear Lord, like I said, I just despise him. Again, he asks a really horrible question to a child. And what's even worse, you can already tell how much of an asshole this guy is, even before the actual interview, because he already made a previous family who basically cried their eyes out in disgrace. Yeah, so you can tell this guy was gonna be a problem from the get go. And yes, take a look at poor Anya's face. Oh boy, it's not gonna be fun to watch. I'm not gonna show y'all all of it for obvious reasons, but yeah, I think it goes without saying. She was kind of screwed here. So, chat your thoughts on. Damn, Comic Geek! No wonder his wife left him. If I had that hairline, I'd dip. I'm pretty sure even Vegeta would be bashing this man's hairline. Damn! Yeah, you know what? You know what? Yeah, that's at least 3 bells right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it deserves at least 3 bells. There you go, Tamaki. Come on. Like I said, I'm not gonna show all of it because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So I'll show what I can. Okay. God damn it! This fucking player will not fucking chill. Make it so much worse. Fuck this guy. Ugh. Okay, so Glory, you want anything you want to say about this piece of shit? Go right ahead. I'm not stopping you. I'll say my piece after. Yep. I I can't stress enough just how much that like the very first time I watched that scene, I'll be honest with y'all, I was livid. Continue, Gory, because I'm trying to get my thoughts together on what I exactly want to say for maximum damage. Yeah, the all right. That all you need to say, Gory? All right. I'm gonna try and keep it somewhat short and sweet, but at the same time, keep it extremely fucking like as visceral as possible with how I feel about this piece of shit. Needless to say, the first time I saw this episode, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I needed a good 5 minutes to calm my fucking ass down because I wanted to break something. I wanted to break something so goddamn bad. Preferably this guy's face. I never thought I could hate someone so violently, so quickly. But hey, I've been wrong before, so yeah. When I found out about this piece of shit, this is the thing. My friend Lux told me about this guy, like right before I watched the episode. I'm like, and he just told me, yeah, just be prepared to get pissed off. I'm like, wait, why? He refused to tell me. Then I saw why. I need to step away for a moment because I want to commit. I was ready to basically hurt someone. Cause holy fucking shit. But to keep it long short, what kind of shit is that? Murdoch Swan. You ain't no swan, you a fucking ugly ass piece of shit. A swan implies something that's actually something attractive to look at. You just ugly as sin. Even if I was gay, I wouldn't like your sorry bitch ass. Jesus Christ. Like, his hairline is one thing. That mustache of his, nah. Burn that shit off his face. That punch to the face from the head from Housemaster Henderson deserved. He got literally knocked the fuck out of the name of elegance. How's it feel, bitch? Ooh, I hate this guy so much. Hey, Yolanda. Welcome to the roast courts. You already know how the roast courts work, I hope. Yeah, we're roasting this prick who made basically one of the most, well, one of the most likable children in anime cry for no reason other than petty spite. And as you can see, I'm not happy with him right now. Because here's the thing, I'll admit freely, I can be an asshole. I can be a complete dick to people. But even I, in my absolute worst, would never intentionally make a child cry out of sheer petty spite. Absolutely not. I may be an asshole, but at least I'm an asshole of some goddamn morals. So yeah, no. Fuck this guy. Fuck him for existing. I feel, if anything, props to his wife for doing the smart thing and leaving his ass. Because from the sound of it, if he lost his kid, like, now granted, there's a small chance. I would have said at one point there was a small chance that maybe his wife was being a bitch or whatever, because sometimes divorces can get really nasty really quickly. But from the way this guy acts, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if he was the primary reason that the marriage fell apart. Yeah, I fucking went there. I don't wish ill in anyone's relationships in general, but this guy I'll make an exception for. Sounds like his wife did the whole world a favor. Because holy shit. Now, chat, if you have anything you want to say about this Murdoch Swan, go right ahead. I'm not stopping you. To quote Palpatine, let the hate flow through you on this one. Yeah, I went there. Quote Palpatine. Palpatine claiming this fucker's a son? I always realized this guy kicks puppies for fun. Damn, Chad, y'all got nothing on this guy, or are you still typing up the responses y'all need? But yeah, no. It all honestly just no, fuck this guy for existing. Period. But yeah, let me just go through his goals and his list of crimes because they also tie into manga a bit as well. I forgot to read those because I was so pissed off at this guy. Okay, so oh yeah, I forgot to his last bit of info. Beyond being spitefully cruel for no reason other because he can, Murdoch is also very calculated and corrupt, even going as far as framing his own fellow colleague Henry Henderson, the guy who punched him, by the way, for bribery solely just to have him fired in disgrace and have free reign over who is allowed in his precious college. I'm not kidding. That's the only reason why he tried to frame the poor guy. Good lord. He tried to frame a good person just for giving what he deserved. Because consider this motherfucker's a nepo baby, I wouldn't be surprised if he never got the spanking he needed as a child. Anyway, also one of his let's see here. He also He also has been known to actually especially enjoy making Anya cry. So yes, not only was this intentional, he just wanted to be a cruel bastard for the sake of being a cruel bastard. He literally did that shit for the love of the game. And I wish I was making this shit up. In fact, I'm gonna say a quote directly from Kevin Samuels himself. God damn, you can't make this shit up. His primary goal, admit only those he deems worthy of Eden College. His crimes include abuse of power, slander, corruption, harassment, academic sabotage, bribery, framing, manipulation. Y'all tell I hate this asshole yet? Oh boy. Kage says, well, what can I say? If he could lose a few pounds, he'd probably get another woman. Then again, it'll probably be the lunch lady. I'm not okay, Kamaki. I'm gonna raise you that one, but say this as well. I don't think even a lunch lady who's desperate will want him. Exactly. I don't think even a desperate lunch lady will want him. But yeah, those are all his crimes. In any case, chat, what's the verdict? Alright, so like I said, chat, what's the verdict? Though I already know your verdict, it's pretty obvious. But just because I'm fairly sure what's going to be what what needs to be said, I'll have to quote Ruckus for a second from the Boondocks. Guilty! That nigga's guilty! Enough said. Man deserves to pop out more kids. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna go benefit of doubt on this kid because odds are the kid might actually be a decent human being. I'm gonna like I'm gonna leave the kid alone on that one because we don't know what his kid's like. We don't meet his we don't ever see his family in the series, so we can only assume that his wife is a somewhat decent person. Or rather, ex-wife. But in any case, that's all Murdoch's one for now. Just need to figure out his sentence later. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. Next, the third offender, Yuri Breyer. Oh boy, I got something for him. But before I go to that, hmm, wait, you know this asshole? Okay, so here's the info on Yuri Breyer. He's yours younger brother, and he's a 20-year-old member of the Secret Security Service in the country of Estonia. I'm sorry, State Security Service. He keeps his job and security a secret from his sister and instead pretends to be a normal civil servant and diplomat at foreign ministry affairs. He has a sister complex. Good lord. Then again, this could be also blamed on the fact that both Briar siblings lost their parents early in their childhood, leaving Yor to raise Yuri basically, and Yuri by proxy ended up seeing her as a mother figure more than a sister figure at one point. Which actually makes sense considering Yor pretty much raised him by himself. Despite the cruel nature of his job, he legitimately he's doing for the good of his nation, primarily his sister's safety. I want to. Okay, my response to that real quick. Yuri, are you sure your sister needs protecting, considering that she's crazy strong? Just saying. Just saying. Continuing from there. He also is surprising enough he values the importance of family. Immediately resorting to violence if he learns of a suspect's excuse for an affair. He also is a self-proclaimed arch-rival slash enemy of Westalian Master Spy Twilight, aka Roy Forger. His goals are to protect Yor, capture Twilight, aka Lloyd, but he doesn't know it's Lloyd, hilariously. Help Anya in her studies so she can become an Imperial Scholar. Yes, surprise enough, he's a good uncle despite all this. Prove to Yor that Lloyd is a bad person and ruin their marriage. This is ongoing for record. Also save Anya from the hands of the Red Circus terrorist group. Indirectly succeeded. His crimes include abuse of power, invasion of privacy, torture, aiding and abetting, murder, incrimination, child abuse, conspiracy, assault and battery, stalking, forgery, propaganda, unjust arrest, unjust execution. The last two heavily implied. Yeah, this guy has quite the record. So, Glory, what's your thoughts on Yuri? Well, you have to remember, unlike most of the people he works with, again, apparently there's a charge of child abuse in there, but I'm not entirely sure where the child abuse part comes in. I think it's because at the time he basically called Anya a chihuahua, an annoying chihuahua. I could be wrong. Yeah, his words, not mine, for the record. So again, I don't remember where the child abuse part came in. Okay, okay. So here's the thing. On the one hand, I get his intentions, but what Yuri fails miserably to understand, the road to hell are paved with good intentions. He of all people should know this. But dear Lord, man, what the fuck is with you and your obsession with your sister? It's more than a little unhealthy. What the fuck? No, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, we get it. You care about your sister, but there's no need to go that far with attempted murder. No, he doesn't go that far, thank God. No, like, he's, like, basically put. No, okay. Jacob, the Hedgefoot, no, he did not. No, thankfully, as far as I found out, no, Yor doesn't do that. But he is so overprotective of Yor that it goes to extremely unhealthy and borderline creepy levels. In fact, just out of sheer spite, he tries to destroy Yor's marriage with Lloyd twice because he literally does not believe Lloyd is good enough for her in any capacity, even though Lloyd has already proven that he actually is a good husband. This guy, he's nuts. He's absolutely fucking nuts. Let's look at the fact that he's actually one of the only people who can eat yours cooking and survive. Well, you have to remember yours one who raised him, so and because Yuri is too fucking terrified to say anything bad to Yor about her cooking, he's had to sit there and take it. Ironically, this is giving him immunity. This is giving him almost near perfect immunity to poisons. Uh huh. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think he's right in the head. But yeah, that's Yuri in a nutshell. Chat, what's your thoughts on Yuri? Because dear Lord, he needs help. He genuinely needs help. I'm not even trying to be funny about it. He genuinely needs help. You know what? Gore gets a straight jacket. No, that could potentially make it worse. First, let's figure out what's wrong with his brain first. The problem isn't some brain imbalance or whatever. The problem is it's psychological. But yeah, no, this guy is unhinged to say the least. And also, I can point this out as well. Yuri's one of the only people who can tank one of yours hits and keep going. You know, albeit while it's bleeding quite heavily after the fact. Here's and I'm gonna point this out as well for y'all in case you haven't realized this. Yor when drunk is even more dangerous. The fact that Yuri tanked one of her bitch slaps while she was drunk, I'll be honest, a little bit respect, but no, he's still a bit unhinged. Anyways, so are we putting guilty or innocent on this asshole? Because yes, Yuri's an asshole. Oh right. Fair warning, Gory. The reason why it will be tough to put him in a straitjacket. This guy is this guy's training puts him on par with Lloyd. That and he literally took a kick to the dick from Lloyd and walked it off. I'm not kidding. He literally walked off a kick to the dick. No, that's the thing. He went full force. Yuri just got pissed off and tried to hit him back. Probably. Okay, Chris, to answer your question, this is essentially, as the title of the stream implies, it's a roast corn for Spy Family. Now, unfortunately, you did miss the roast we did on a certain douchebag who made a certain child cry. But I'm gonna basically put up his verdict later anyway, his punishment anyway. So later on. But yeah, we're roasting yours brother Yuri. Yeah, this guy is a bit of a creep in my opinion. He needs help. He's unhinged. But yeah, Gory, what do you think? Guilty or innocent? Yeah, considering that a lot of his crimes are pretty fucked up. Okay, so this is the fourth offender, no, third offender we've already roasted at this point. Number four. Oh, I forgot about this fuckwit. Keith Kepler. All right, chat. Prepare the knives. The reason why I say this, after you hear what I'm about to tell you about this guy, you're gonna want to commit. You're gonna want to shank him. You ready, Gory? Keith Kepler. He's basically an unpleasant and racist psychopath, viewing his country as better than any people who live in the country of Westalis, absolutely showing no hesitation to start a war alongside his fellow conspirators. Yes, you read that. You heard that correctly. This guy literally tried to trigger a war. But this is just a start. This is just a start. Despite his views of his home country being superior to all others, he is not afraid to resort to killing off his own people or animal cruelty to achieve his goals. You heard that correctly. This man is is such a fascist asshole. He is willing to resort to offing his own people if it means getting one over on any country he deems inferior to his own. I could not make the show if I tried. If his plans are derailed in any way, he may resort to murdering children to get what he wants. Oh, here's a fun part. This guy also tried to kill Anya twice, just for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And if you're wondering about the animal cruelty part, I got you covered, chat. This man bought several dogs, some of them that were apparently that were from a former government experiment, by the way. So he could use them as, and I'm not shit, and I wish I was kidding when I say this. He bought several dogs from animal shelters and the like to use them as suicide bombers in an attempt to assassinate a prime minister's cabinet member. I shit you not. This man literally tried to use dogs as bombs. The worst part is I'm not even done. I didn't even take extensive notes on this guy, but I took enough. He even had a backup plan that nearly killed Lloyd and his fellow spies, which would have resulted in serious collateral damage. This was only barely prevented by Anya's psychic abilities, and as it turns out, one of the dogs that Anya basically befriended just so happened to have special powers of his own, specifically the power to predict the future. If it weren't for Anya reading that dog's mind, the dog later becoming known as the dog later being named Bond. Yeah, point blank. If it weren't for Anya and Bond's collaborative powers predicting that potential bombing, yeah, I'm gonna be blunt. Lloyd would have been dead. Yeah, this is his goals: assassinate a foreign minister of Westalis in order to kickstart a war between Westalis and Astania. In an alternate future, he succeeded. However, thanks to Anya and Bond, he failed. His crimes include attempted mass murder, attempted child murder, attempted genocide, high treason, terrorism, war instigation, warmongering, basically, animal cruelty, child abuse, child endangerment, conspiracy to commit conspiracy to terrorism and murder. You can't make this shit up, y'all. You literally cannot make this up. So I'm gonna let y'all have at it. I have some choice words for him, but I need to get out of my thoughts first because holy shit! Like I legit forgot some of the shit he did until I reread my notes. So have at it. Uh huh. I think I felt when I first watched the series, dude. I mean, I already knew the guy was a douche just looking at him, but the fact that he didn't even attempt, he didn't even pretend to hesitate when he attempted to shank Anya. Yeah, no, fuck that noise. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, I'm trying to gather my thoughts on how I feel about this piece of shit in particular. It's just, dear lord, this guy he's scum. He's utter scum. Just, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Yeah, I need a moment, chat, because fucking hell. I hate this guy. Okay, I'm reading the chat real quick. Okay, so Rachel says he's not human. So let's animal feed pickle now. Feed him to pickle. He's not human. That is a monster in human skin. Feed him to pickle now. Okay, you missed a couple of them, but we'll go back to them later for you. Needless to say, we're roasting this dude named Keith Kepler. I'm just gonna real quick gloss over his shenanigans. You're not gonna like what I have to tell you, sir. He's basically a college student who's also a bit of a racist psychopath, viewing his own country as better than others, and will have no hesitation to start a war to prove it. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Despite the fact that he views his country as the best country, he's not afraid to resort to killing his own people or animal cruelty to get what he wants. Oh, and if his plans are derailed in any way, he'll resort to even murdering children to get what he wants. He actually tried to kill Anya twice, by the way. Let me get his picture. Oh boy. because it turns out he's voiced by the same voice actor for Bakugo. Yeah, Riku, it gets worse. Well, did you know that he tried to use bombs? He's trying to use dogs as suicide bombers. Yeah. He also tried to kill Lloyd and Anya twice. Again. I'm trying to get my I'm trying to get my I'm trying to get my thoughts together on this guy, but holy shit. Okay, you know what? Keith. That's your name, right? Keith? Yeah, yeah. You want to explain to me why you think it's perfectly reasonable to try and murder children and animals just to just to prove some racist fucking bullshit? Eat a dick, you piece of shit. Holy fuck. Because couldn't be me be wanting to be starting up a whole war just because he feels like it. And because apparently he thinks it's perfectly reasonable to murder literal children and animals to prove a point. Like what the fuck? I heard some sick motherfuckers before, but this? Nah. Who does this motherfucker think he is? Set coming to Dio? Wait, did Butch ever actually murder a dog? And Hedgewood says Godzilla should send this man to the big man downstairs. Damn. Nah, you know what? This motherfucker needs to get. Nah, he needs a beating. Bare minimum, he needs a beating. Because guaranteed, you send this motherfucker to any prison, and they hear about what he did, attempting to murder a literal child and a dog. Guaranteed, they're gonna beat his ass from sun up to sundown. I don't think I'm wrong in pointing that out. But anyways, this motherfucker is without a doubt guilty, correct? Yeah, he guilty. Guilty as charged of all crimes. His sentence will decide later. The next one was surprisingly relatively high demand. Let's see, Fiona Frost, aka Agent Nightfall, from the same group Wise works for, that Lloyd works for. Yeah, for some reason, like a lot of people don't like her. I just find her annoying, to be honest. But I'll go through her information now just to get out of the way. So she works for the Wise organization. Her codename is Nightfall. She is a massive simp for Lloyd Forger. She wants to replace Yor as his wife and goes on secret missions with Lloyd, who is completely oblivious to her feelings for him. Her goals. Hmm? her primary objectives are, and this is literally from what it says here, replace Yor as Lloyd's wife and confess her feelings for him. The sad part is she has yet to defeat Yor in any real meaningful capacity. Let's see here. According to Crossy, she is a quote unquote massive home wrecker. Her words, not mine. But like I said, Lloyd is completely oblivious to the fact that this woman is a simp for him. Oh no, in this case, like the only person who rightly knows for certain is literally their boss. But let's see here. Crimes include assault, attempted identity theft. That's about it. Well, there's some other crimes she's probably committed that we're not aware of, but I'm not surprised. Like I said, I just find her personally just annoying. But no, actually, you know what? I gotta say it. Really, this simping ass. Are you fucking serious right now? She wants to replace a woman just like. Here's the thing. She has repeatedly failed to realize that Lloyd cannot afford to fail the mission he is on. The ongoing mission of basically playing the part of a family man, and essentially Yor is critical to this mission. But nope, Fiona don't give a shit. She wants to replace Lloyd as the wife now. And the sad part is Lloyd has yet to figure this out. Or if he does know, he's been very quiet about it. And honestly, what doesn't help matters is the fact that what doesn't help her case, to be fair, is the fact that Anya is not exactly her biggest fan either. I mean, if you're gonna play somebody's parent, you might want to have to at least consider the child's feelings on the matter a little bit. Just saying. But yeah, like she legit just wants to, like she's literally just wants to. She already tried to challenge Yor to a battle of strength in a tennis match. Yeah, that went about as well as you would think. Yor whooped her ass so badly, and here's the worst part: she held back. That's actually sad. Honestly, I just find, like I said, I just find Fiona Frost just very, very, very annoying. Because really, simp, simp. Gore, you got anything to say about this woman? I'm pretty sure a lot of people would, to be fair. Not just that, but there's the other asshole we roasted earlier that we will get back to in a minute. Alright, so yeah, Riku, the first ones to roast. The first one was on request of Tama. Here, here we go. Camilla, one of yours co-workers, who apparently was making fun of your, but ironically ended up teaching her how to cook. Hold on, where's her picture? Like she literally tried to. Hmm? Wait, what? Jesus Christ! You really call her mine's daughter? Fucking hell, dude. You're not wrong. Technically, you're not wrong. Okay. Oh no, no! Jesus Christ! Well, she has a boyfriend. I don't think they've ever mentioned getting married yet. I I'm trying to remember. I was just trying to remember she did. Mhm. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Yeah, because and not only that, because of the circumstances, she basically tried to make your look stupid in the middle of, damn. No, I know exactly what he's talking about, mommy. You know what? I can't even argue that one. I literally can't argue that one. Fuck you, Riku. I have to ring a bell on this one. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Damn, Heschel said the idea of mine having a daughter is already disturbing. How do we know she doesn't have some kind of disease from that? Just saying. That's the thing, though. Her boyfriend pays to poke holes in her fucking bullshit. What? Wait, what are you talking about? No, I'm like I feel like I should, but I'm curious. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Go eat a dick. Eat a dick, motherfucking damn. I hate you so much. Oh shit. Well, probably. I mean, we don't know too much about Camilla's relationship with her boyfriend, other than the fact that he's the one who keeps her ass in check. Nah, like he actually does. So he probably has her by proverbial leash. Damn. Damn. I never thought y'all be roasting her more than the dude who was abusing animals. Oh my god.
Oh no, also his mustache.
Riku,
That big ass
well,
widow's peak of a big ass fucking forehead with Vegeta head ass.
Riku
Vegeta
especially
called. He want his hair. He want that widow's peak back.
Riku especially with that busted ass Dr. Phil mustache.
No, that's not Dr. Phil mustache. No, no, Dr. Phil have a better mustache than this shit. That that that. Listen, I want you to look carefully. That fucking mustache made the trace of the letter, made the trace of a letter boomerang. Sokka,
Wait a minute,
Sokka will confuse his boomerang with his mustache.
wait a minute. So Riku, are we talking about the boomerang logo of Cartoon Network?
Yes, sir. Everybody, if you cover his nose, you can see the trace, see a trace of a like. Wait a minute. Hold up. No. Hold up. No, I can't be wrong. Everybody, if you put your thumb on his nose, you can see the pet man open his mouth well wide. No, really, put your thumb on his nose on your screen. You will see Pet Man's mouth open the way wide. Yeah, put your thumb on his nose and turn your head. Put your thumb on his nose and turn your head to the side.
Oh hell no! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Anyway, if you look carefully at his mustache, he almost made the Batman symbol with his mustache.
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Wait a minute, hold up, my guy. Get rid of that AT ass haircut. You don't deserve that. You know, it's a lot. She's just not long, but she still have her hair like that, but homeboy, get that shit cut, boy. You don't deserve that.
You know what he needs to cut from?
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're gonna get this. You're going to.
Mm-hmm.
Not Mike. Arm.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you something. So what you're gonna get is he's gonna come from the from the from the from the from the
caused a solar eclipse.
He whines. He whines more. He whines more than Jonzo from Naruto.
This no, he's not. No. Actually, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait, everybody. I just you didn't see this before. Everybody, this is Adolf Hitler's long lost child.
Oh, stop!
I can see that.
No!
I guess.
No. I make it. It's a solar, lunar, blood, blue, whatever what color eclipse it is. That's his forehead.
So, so Riku, I'm guessing Hitler put one of his some of his demon seeds in that cryo freeze and made this
No,
piece of shit.
no. This is a combination from Adolf Hitler with a bad fucking. It was an Adolf Hitler with a fat fucking cow.
More like a more like
No,
a combination of
no, no.
Donald
Oh,
Trump.
Wait. No. No. It's what happens to put Adolf Hitler in a. This one give Adolf Hitler to be a beast. That's how we do it.
Almost
There you go.
look like a combination of Hitler and Trump combined.
No, it's more. No, it's Hitler was obese child. This Hitler when he's very obese. When he's, hmm.
And then
N- No. I don't say Kamashita. No.
I said Kanashiro, not
Kamashita.
Kamashiro.
No, not Kamashita. No.
As in the moment
No.
you
Is
said
it?
No.
Wait a
Oh
minute,
no. No.
Hazard. Wait a minute, Hazard. Is he Kanashiro's long lost son?
It's a combination of fat gum and fucking Hitler. There we go.
let's not insult fat gum. Come on now.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Who
You're right.
the
You
hell's fat
absolutely right.
gum?
You're right. You absolutely right.
Let's not
This
call
is
him total stupid.
you're right. You're right. This is Kazuya and fucking Hitler way bite made a very obese. Murdoch's what? Oh my god, you don't deserve the name Murdoch.
Let alone he don't deserve the last name
You actually no,
Swan.
you disrespect every fat character in the goddamn series. Disrespect Troji. You disrespect fucking um what's the name of dude I know? Fat Gum. Fucking
Bob Palmax.
so, no. What's his name is Mr. Sakamoto. You damn sure insulting Mr. Sakamoto.
Oh hell no!
You damn sure did. Matter of fact, go to Big Mom, you fat boopa loopa hit ass.
Well, he is the board.
Actually, no, don't go to Big Mom. Big Mom will whoop your ass. Never mind.
That's
You
true.
will take us a threat. You get, this, this man, one look at him, one look at him, he could call. No. This one look at you, he will make your wife divorce you.
Well, his
everything he
wife.
touch, everything he touches will fucking kill you or try to make you a beast like him, Mister Kool Aid Man head ass. I hope you have bone cancer. plot twist. The mother to let him fuck her.
Damn. Well, technically, he did fuck her before.
Good.
By putting her in her the thing that was trying to put her
That movie. He's a actually no. We never call him. I can call him Monopoly. At least Monopoly has a common sense, has some money. No, we call it a debt. We call it the debt man. There we go, the debt man. He's got plenty of debts. And here, be careful, everybody. Be careful. Say, don't be friends with. He will make sure you have. He will make sure you get child support.
oh, I messed up. Not
Everybody, be careful. Everybody, be careful. He will listen. He will eat your food and take your money. Wait a minute. He can't do nothing. He's fine. He's bad as fuck.
he got red first
He takes two. He would take 2 steps. He would start suing people. We this this man's so fucking. This man's so dumb. He think the air is a fucking person. Now I'm done. Now I'll go back to what I was doing.
Alright, so last negotiable.
Oh, I would say I want to say this. I'm I'm gonna say one thing about that. I'm gonna say one thing about that. I'm gonna say a few words about that. I'm gonna say a few. I'm gonna when you pull him up. I'm gonna got some words to exchange. I got some words for you, homeboy. I got some words for you. I have some words for you, little sister lover complex head ass. My, get his little sweet love Alabama out here, bro. We don't need you this hop in this anime, bro. Matter of fact, I hope Lord send you a video of him popping your goddamn sister, and you'd be fucking mad about it. My sister, you should not disrespect my sister. Get your little get your little dumbass out of here. You won't do shit. Sit your dumb ass down. You better go do your damn job if you as a fucking police officer. You little fucking fast hit. You little words. I'm trying to get you canceled. mm mm. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know who he reminds me of? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Who
from Aerosmith.
Sorry. Oh, here we go. What's her name? What's her name? My wife. What's my wife's name in the series? Sir, I don't think. Listen, sir, I think Yumiko would be ashamed of looking at your bitch ass. She would probably think you a weak motherfucker. And has to know who I'm talking about. No, 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 no. Stay with the rest of the class. Stay with the rest of. No, 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 no. We in court. This is a roast court. We roasting here. Don't you dare do that. We roast here. Roast this bitch ass. Roast this rip off. Rip, rip off general. Bitch ass twink that had no hoes. Sister complex. Oh,
And that's the
that.
sad part. He could have gotten hoes.
What hoes?
Your coworkers, one of his coworkers actually said he looked attractive until she
I'll give.
found out about his sister complex.
I give it a week. No, I'm not too generous. 2 days. This man look like he have a body pillow, fuck with body pillow you're having in his fucking bedroom.
Why?
And now for this, the hater of the universe.
You know, Hazard, you know people who have sister complex will go that far.
I
This nigga look like he went to his sister's looking. This motherfucker look top. This motherfucker is the type of nigga you go to his sister's fucking room and smell like got the underwear out of the blue, where she's not looking.
I'm literally gonna walk to the door after hearing that.
Nigga look like
Why?
nigga look.
Now, because you said that, now I'm thinking, why do people like this guy again?
Nigga look like I say, nigga look like he been fuck. Nigga look like he sees trying to hell on the floor. He would pick it up immediately.
Okay, apparently people can't hear my audio.
Um, like I said,
Comment.
get so like I said, get this. Okay, get this twink out my face. Okay, now I'm done. Now I'm gonna go back to work.
You're still after you already roasted Ross.
Yes. So I'm gonna head out now. So peace.
Alright, so Tori. That negotiable. Apparently, I just heard from a friend that my audio is screwed. Type in chat really quick for next week. That matters for some people.
I guess we were too OP for this roast court.
Like I said, I've served at some shenanigans. Period. Fucking absolute fuck. Okay, I'm gonna check something else real quick. Sorry about that, people.
So, hey everyone, your gently made it. Please stand by while we fix the technical